Good morning. 10:25 my time. Let's pick up where we left off. We don't need to go to my channel. We need to go to Godot. Okay. So where we leave off, I think I was working on enemies. Yeah, I made a boss. I modified this area so that you have to fight that boss to get through. We could have left it open and then had a cutscene where the boss like kind of um, targets you when you get in range or something like that, and it locks you up. But I chose to go the easy way with this, um, particularly because we don't have our cutscene system yet. I'm actually going to change the dialogue. I just put some placeholder dialogue for them. There is some profanity. Let's we'll just do that for now. Um, totally a placeholder. The idea is that you have to fight that mole to get through this valley. So I'm not going to fight this debug one that's right near the spawn. So like the idea is, I turned off enemy spawns for now. You kind of have to find your way down here, and this guy blocks the way. And so I had the transition working. That required a modification to my player script. I also had to add a way to give an NPC a list of enemy names, so we did that. And then it spawns from that list. So that's handy because there are a lot of I can think of a lot of encounters that start after you have a dialogue. So that's the idea with that. Uh, get rid of that debug one. And kind of go from there. We'll figure it out. Made it to town without any fights. Let's see what it's like for just attacking with physical damage. So our magic users are very weak physically, which is to be expected. I don't know if I want them quite that weak, but it's pretty accurate because they don't really build much offense at all. Can't tell if our enemies are really attacking much. I like that little spot. Just shows you what's in the next area, but you can't really go anywhere. So we do have slightly different enemy spawns when we go south. Although there is some overlap. Now, I think the Iron Crab is at a higher level. Let's see what this looks like. I want to see them hit us. Yeah, it's still not doing much damage. Which tells me the enemies are not scaling properly. So level 3 enemies should be hurting us more. Also, do this up in here. So offense is not scaling fast enough. Let's look at how we're scaling our players. Oh, we really simplified that. That looks good. So increase stat. Does that make sense to have it all the way? Does it need to be separate? Yeah. Okay. I don't know if we really need to do all of that. Ah. I'm going to change this to push error. I don't know if that stops the game, but it throws an error that we can use later. That's fine for now. So we call this a lot, so I don't really want to... I don't know if that's inefficient. It's probably not a big deal, but I'm going to take it out anyway. So, increase stat. Okay. Level. They're just not getting enough. Let's try 8. Try and get one of those. This should be alright. I'm going to attack the weak enemies first. Also, before I go to that, I want to just make sure they're always attacking, or at least that there's more of a chance for them to attack. I think we do that and go to player. Yeah, for some reason that was minimized. Let's see. We choose it here. We pick random. That's not what we want. We want... like a... so it's going to be... In this version, it's choose weighted. I haven't updated my util scripts to match the current iteration that's on my GitHub. So we'll have a 9-to-1 chance to attack or something like that, when for the enemies at least. So that looks better. Now Tofu should be taking more damage. I don't, unless they happen to roll high defense. The scaling's just not really there. I think the problem is that players get 7 chances to level this, like any of these up, every time they level up. So yeah, I mean, we can just crank these up. I'll mess with that when we need to, when the attacks feel like they're too weak. So a level 1 enemy should have an offensive 14, effectively. Defend doesn't work, it's just like Like right now, it's just like passing your turn. We're still not doing much damage at all. Okay. It's possible. Am I scaling the players too fast? I don't know. We're going to pass our turn. Okay, what's going on? What is going on? And the dupe might not be passing the stats over when we copy these enemies. I think that's what's happening. So let's do dupe equals, or maybe just call dupe.init. Pass in level, job, and friendly. And then we set initial stats. So I'm probably going to have to bring down my offense stat, because I think what was happening was we were cranking it up, trying to get an effect, but it was just never getting passed through in the first place. Or not. That looked right. I feel like I need a quick way to just pass the turn. So what level is Shroomy? They're level 1. Maybe down in Bash. Let's print. Excuse me. So we can see what that looks like. Also, I'm really close to making a debug function. I'll just skip our turn. Excuse me. So we get that first. Might split that up. So it's more readable. And then like damage modifier. Something like that. And so it's possible, I don't know. Just got to keep tweaking the values. This probably won't scale too well. We'll see. And I also have to keep in mind that our players are going to have equipment. And so that's going to add to their base defense. Before I do any more testing, let me get a quick way to pass the turn. What in the hell was I using this for? Is it just for the printing? Let's do key P. And so effectively go to next player. Go to player. Just put like, I don't know, 99. You're right. Or pass player terms. We'll see if that works. Getting a quick fight, see if it works. Oh, love it. So it makes sense that Aurora, like the people on the left, especially the first one, should be taking very little damage. Tofu should be taking more. Let's test it down here. Hopefully we get higher level. Yeah. Like I think I can print out their stats. Yeah. So these are all level 3. This is their offense. Wait, what? No, that's their XP. The offense is right here. Just 20, 22. Which doesn't make sense. Excuse me. Where is it getting set? Oh, because it's 1 on all of these. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we don't want all of that. I'm not sure why that happened, but it's expecting it to be 0. So unfortunately, that was messing up all of our balancing because we were working with incorrect values. Might as well stop that from playing. If you know a quicker way to do this, let me know. No, 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 no. For some reason, these top ones don't need that. Okay, I think we got them all. So I'm almost positive they're going to have way too much offense now. Like we just passed our turn. Oh, I did it too fast. Let's just kill the battle. I want them to hit the ones on the right so I can see what that looks like. They just keep hitting the front too. Let me check something. It's weird. Their defense isn't that high. I guess it's pretty high. Let me check my bash scripts. Offense minus defense. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Needs to be negative. Oh wait, no, we are making it negative. So that's not the problem. I could make it so that they only get defense from armor too. That could be interesting. Pass the turn. Why is Isadora not taking more damage? The tofu hits look right. Does Isadora just have a ton of defense somehow? Yeah, they're super strong. Okay, see, that doesn't really make sense for a mage. I have to look into that. So, the mage, if we line these up, should only have that much of a chance to get defense. I mean, maybe they just don't get any, but maybe they're fast. 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19. Maybe there's like 9. Let's take a look at their stats now. So I really want the mages to be glass cannons. I think that makes sense. Isidore is still getting a fair amount of defense. See, like, Isidore and Tofu are the same class. I don't know if I have another input to switch that. I don't. So Isidore just happened to roll a little bit more vitality and defense, whereas Tofu got a little bit more speed. uh, bring this one down. That might be along the lines of what we want to do. I think for now, I need to test it with equipment. And then we might want to think about getting a battle simulator in place so I can just run these battles many times and see what it looks like on paper. Let's see how we handle this. Don't think we're going to do that anymore. We have an equip function. Yeah. Um, it's okay for now. See if that works. Well, it looks pretty close for level 1. We're going to have to keep an eye on it as we level up. Don't need that open. Let's give them their spells. For now, we'll just do like learn spell data.spells get fire. Invalid. Because we're making that before. All right, so let's take this. Do that. Let me check out spells. Name fire. I wonder. Okay, so it's not clear in the description. I don't really care about that right now. Let's see what spells look like. So you guys are going to defend. You're going to use fire. Enemies might have too much starting XP or health. Let's just. Probably too weak. And that's not going to scale well. Even that seems too high, but. Try that. I know it's probably not the most exciting, but it's what you gotta do. Alright, so we're still weak as shit. Let's keep that, but how can we slow them down? Why are they hardly taking any damage? They should have like hardly any defense. I don't know why our attacks are so weak. Take this the lowest number. Oh, this might be getting flipped. Let's try abs. Well, no. Let's do. Be right back. Print. Just see how their attacks are. Now they're hardly doing any damage. I don't think we need that. What we're going to do is just do this. I'm going to put a breakpoint. So we can check all of those variables. Let's see. Base damage is 0. This will help us for debugging. We'll be able to see all of those at that breakpoint. Defense. Oh! Oh! Okay, no. Alright. So I forgot to add that. Alright, carry on. We'll reload, try again. So, the defense is 48. Target is Aurora, so that's the first player, which has high defense. That's our defense base. That's without equipment. So we can see the equipment adds 6 defense. So since offense is less than defense, our base damage is going to be 0. And damage will be 0. But we're making sure it's always going to be at least -1. And so if we continue, we see it, they attack for 1. See who they're attacking. They're attacking Aurora again, I think. Oh no, Tofu. But Tofu still has a pretty high defense, and so what's happening is our offense is not scaling fast enough to compete with the players. But the problem that I've been trying to wrap my head around is that when I go up to where we set this, our offense should be 24 times our level. But we can see that's clearly not happening. Let's do this friendly. I have a feeling they're not being set to friendly before we call that script. So when we get in a fight, if we see any enemy names, we know that's the issue. Okay, so that's not the issue. Well, wait. Okay, that is the issue. It's just they don't have names set. Okay. Dupe that set name. Do I need to do that? I think we can just do this. Oh. Yeah, we're calling it too late, but the friendly is not being set correct. It's friendly, which should be false. Let's go back to our set initial. We'll figure it out. All right, so that means at runtime that, like, when we're initializing all those resources, they're being set correctly from what I can tell. We go to battle, we're still not seeing their names, so what if we just do this? Yes. So if we flee the battle. No. Huh. And that's just for the players. Okay. Let's look at offense base. It should be 0. So what I want to do is figure out why the hell is offense base not being able to get set. Alright, so should be 2 enemies. See, why is offense base getting printed out so many times, and why is it so different? See, it's happening 4 times. For whatever reason, it's these seemingly random values. Oh. Oh. Oh, shoot. Duh. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're getting rid of this crap. We're just gonna add this. I feel like a ding dong. It's gonna be cleaner code anyway. So I think we still want to do that because they're getting stats from stat weights, and then they increase the stat based on that. That's why those if offense equals 0 checks were failing. And so now this can probably be brought down to reality. I just have a feeling it's going to look a lot better. I don't even really need that right now. So let's just pass. Our offense is very low. I don't know why that is. I'm going to get rid of this breakpoint. We'll just continue for now. Let's try another fight. Let's look at battle actor scaling. Maybe we just want these to be balanced. B, P, damn. Oh my gosh, I just cannot get this calculated. Let's try plus equals. That's what I meant to add. Whoa! Okay, that seems to be helping. Let's try bringing this back down. Holy crap, they are so strong now. Wow. I think there's a coding error. Like, I bet if I do this a bunch of times, those are going to be really strong now. I bet it's accumulating. Maybe not. Times level, defense base. Or 7. So that's 21, so it's a little bit high probably. Whoops, I messed that up. Alright. This looks about right. They're still probably just a little bit too strong. Let's bring that down. I feel like the unemployed would not be fast. Guts, I don't know, maybe they have... They're probably not too lucky either. That's 6, 10, 19. You should probably have less of everything when you're unemployed. That's looking more like it. And Aurora's our tank, basically, so it makes sense that they're taking a little damage. I'd like to see how much tofu takes. Yeah, like this feels more balanced now. And then we'll see how our attacks look. So we can see that maybe now our offense is not scaling properly. Enemies might also have too much HP. Give them 0 vitality. That feels about right. Tofu should probably take a lot of damage. So we can print out their stats. Let's see what they have. It's a pretty low HP. Please tell me that's not their defense. Why is their defense insane? Their offense is also really high, too. Oh, well, there you have it. I thought maybe it was getting called multiple times. I mean, it's definitely getting called multiple times, but we're only modifying it once. Or are we? I don't know if we need to be calling that twice. It's probably still going to be called 2 times. Whoops. Yeah. Well, no, that's what we want. Well, it's calling it before it sets the stats, and then it calls it after. Okay. So let's see what this battle looks like. They still have insane defense. What How is that happening? Whoops. Let's take a quick break. I'll just leave the video running. Let's see what the hell's going on here. And just get a line break in there. Okay. Let's see if that's the problem. No. Or am I looking at the wrong stats? Duh. Oh my gosh. What a jackass. I'm looking at their XP value in the stats array. That's what I thought was so high. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay. So that's telling me probably need to make a debug print of this. Or we could do plus. No, if we do commas, we can do name. Oh, you can't do it with this. This won't be pretty. does not work. Oh. We have IQ plus probably have an extra one somewhere. We have to do it like this. What? Oh. Open battle. I'll improve the formatting. It makes it easier to read. Now I can do like one. See how nice that is? Do a little spacing there. Just print it regularly. I think that'll look better. I don't know what the null is. Is there another print that we made? Oh. Oh, maybe that's the problem here. That might have been what that null was. Yeah. Okay, we're cool now. So let me check that out. Yeah, I don't think we need that. So now this probably can be up quite a bit. We want to see Aurora and Amanda dealing damage. Okay, so means their defense is scaling too fast. So try that. Oh, wait. Well, yeah, that'll do it. There we go. That's okay if they're weak. Alright, let's check their attack. Now it's like they're not doing enough damage to us. Mama, you okay? You have a good throw up, Mama. Dude, I cannot get this balanced enough. We can rock that for now. Whatever. Alright, we're gonna take a break. We'll pick it back up later. Let me know if you have any questions. As always, good luck with the game, and I'll see you next time.